chapter 15, verses 7, 8, and 9. This is a tough one. These three are, and some of the following verses are very difficult. So I'm going to try my best. We have this intangible definition of the Creator, abstract definition of Creator. And an abstract form of that Creator which resides in everything that is Brahma's creation. And especially felt in living things, which we call the soul. So another element attached to this definition of an abstract being that we call God, which is the soul. Now, the first explanation that I am going to give is sort of in the Visishta Dvaitam or Dvaitam type of a framework. So this Creator who has no form, through Brahma or through an architect who also does not have a form, has created this universe. And the Creator now wants to see the universe. That's the imagination. Let's say that is the extension of the framework. How does that Creator do that? By residing in some of the creations in the universe, living things. So, and how does that Creator becomes part of the living things? As a soul. So, if there are many living things, and in every one of them there is this soul of the same entity, they are fragmented. So, through this process, the Creator observes the universe by governing or driving my senses. And after the Creator experiences that through my body, physical body, that soul keeps wafting through generations and gives the Creator a better view of the universe if within this body I improve my conscience. I said it is difficult, but that seems to be the message in these three verses. Okay, with respect to Dvaitam, it is actually God becomes, through sending the soul to this body, becomes real in my body. My body is though different from the Creator. I, through proper living and proper discipline, allow the Creator to experience this creation, the universe done by the architect, and take that fragment back to the Creator. So that's one explanation. That's, again, why all that is a different question. This is what is said in these 3 verses, and I'm trying to understand it. Then I was struggling to say, what if I am an Advaita? How would I understand that? That's a little bit more abstract to understand that. Remember, just like all scientists say, a physicist would tell you that everything is made of atoms. And they will then tell you, if you ask them a little bit more about what an atom is, that it is 99.9999% space, empty. And then you have this small amount of these particles. They'll name it electron, protons, neutrons, and all that. But it's a very minuscule part of it. So every atom is 99.9999% space, empty. And I am made out of those atoms. This is made out of those atoms. So all of this, I am 99.99999% empty. There is that very minuscule part that allows me, through what they would call the electromagnetic force, experience everything around me, the touch, the smell, the vision, everything, a taste, all of that, right? It includes my mind as well, my intellect. Remember, in Gita, we saw in a previous chapter that, in chapter 7, I believe, we saw that it defines not just the 5 senses, it includes ego, intellect, and the mind. So all of those are experienced by us, right? Because of that small tiny amount which is in the atom and the electromagnetic forces between different atoms. So essentially everything is an illusion. If that is the Advaita belief, then what are these verses saying? They're saying that through that small amount of matter, which is essentially perhaps the soul, we are experiencing this illusion, and we just keep passing that illusion from one generation to another, which even that itself is an illusion. When someone uses or someone experiences only the conscience, which is part of the Creator, then they would cease to see this illusion, cease to touch, cease to feel, cease to think. No ego, no intellect, and experience God. Okay, those are the 2 different way in which I can understand this. And there are 2 ways of thinking about it. They do not have a lot of commonality. Nevertheless, both seem to make sense. In what way? They are setting us a path for proper living, good discipline, irrespective of whether those constructs, the concept of this intangible God and the concept of the intangible soul, are all true or not. We do not lose either case if we follow what the book is suggesting, recommending. It will do good. And that is my understanding, and it is difficult.